he was saving Brittany. Howard may have killed Brittany, the girl who was held captive in the bunker before Michelle, but Redditor/you/shadow off a helicopter thinks Howard actually believed he was saving the girl from the end of the world. The theory claims Howard took Brittany into the bunker after witnessing an event that led him to believe it was the end of the world. This was possibly sparked by the events in the first film. He kept her there for 2 years, which he believed was the length of time it took for the air to become breathable after a chemical attack. Once the 2 years were up, he emerged from the bunker and realized that the world had not ended. He couldn't let Brittany go or risk going to jail, so he killed her. The red flash Emmett describes in 10 Cloverfield Lane isn't aliens. It's the Hadron Collider in the Cloverfield Paradox. Even before the Cloverfield Paradox dropped on Netflix, Redditors were buzzing with the idea the film is connected to the previous Cloverfield iterations. One theory by Redditor/you/sci-fi argues the red flash in Emmett sees in 10 Cloverfield Lane was actually the result of a scientific experiment in the third film. Even after the movie's release, this is definitely plausible. In an attempt to create renewable energy, the scientists in the Cloverfield Paradox set off an explosion so large it shoots them into another dimension. This could very well be the flash that Emmett describes in 10 Cloverfield Lane. There were 2 monsters in Cloverfield. Cloverfield may focus on a single monster, though J. Abrams contradicted these claims. The duo theory argues a parent or sibling of the original monster who Abrams admitted was a baby comes to New York in order to find their kin. The duo theory does have some weight to it. In the bridge scene before Jason dies, HUD records the collapsing of the bridge, but a fleshy object is moving behind the bridge. This is believed to be the monster's mother. Could the monster's tail really have caused the collapse? The theory also points out the monster who eats HUD looks different from the original Cloverfield monster. The original monster has 2 front teeth that protrude from its upper jaw, which are visible even when the jaw is shut. The monster that eats HUD had teeth protruding from its lower jaw. Emmett is the bad guy in 10 Cloverfield Lane, not Howard. Throughout 10 Cloverfield Lane, Howard is painted as an unhinged villain in the unfortunate circumstance of being locked in a bunker at the end of the world. Criminals and psychotic murderers still exist even as the world is ending. Redditor/you/Juka777 believes Howard isn't the bad guy in the sequel. Instead, Emmett is the sneaky antagonist. The film paints a picture of Michelle slowly figuring out Howard is crazy, but everything Howard says actually turns out to be the truth. The aliens did attack major population centers first. They did send ground troops down to slaughter everyone. Howard even nurses Michelle back to health and is wildly insistent on keeping Emmett and Michelle separated. Why? Because something happened between Emmett and Megan, Howard's daughter. Emmett did something horrible to her. The theory alleges when Howard's daughter tried to escape, Emmett got injured, which is why he wears a sling. He also doesn't plead his case very well, lying to Michelle about Howard's daughter. When Howard kills Emmett, it's to protect Michelle. Cloverfield and 10 Cloverfield Lane absolutely exist in the same universe. This fan theory runs really deep, but the gist of it alleges Cloverfield and 10 Cloverfield Lane exist in the same universe. 10 Cloverfield Lane is a true sequel. It all boils down to the idea the Cloverfield monster is one of many baby aliens whose eggs were laid in the ocean by an alien species thousands of years ago. These eggs are being monitored by the species through a mysterious satellite called the Black Knight satellite, which actually is a real-life conspiracy theory. This is where Cloverfield starts leading up to 10 Cloverfield Lane. The monster in Cloverfield hatched early because it was disturbed when Taguato discovered the egg and built a station over it to research what was inside. The monster is then killed by the military, and the alien species returns to Earth in the sequel to avenge their child's death. This is how the movies are linked, and considering Paradox is set in at least partly in space, we may see a whole lot more from this mysterious satellite. Howard saw proof of aliens, and that's why he was discharged from the army. One theory by Redditor /u/Dinding91234 claims Howard knew the aliens were coming, but the Navy didn't believe him. Apparently, Howard spotted evidence of aliens while working in the military, but when he brought the evidence to his superiors, they thought he was crazy and discharged him. Upon being discharged, Howard fell into some sort of PTSD paranoia that caused his wife to divorce him and take their daughter, which led to him kidnapping Michelle, a surrogate daughter of sorts, when he thought the world was going to end. He truly just wanted to protect his daughter, but his wife wouldn't let him anywhere near her. 10 Cloverfield Lane directly follows Cloverfield. According to Redditor /u/and John Jordan, the attack in Cloverfield is what made Howard retreat to his bunker. It wasn't the red light Emmett suggested. This means 10 Cloverfield Lane directly follows Cloverfield. Howard is shown to have worked for fictional company Bold Futura, a subsidiary of the Taguato Corporation. The Taguato Corporation is what supposedly woke up the original Cloverfield monster in its deep-sea drilling efforts. Howard also states the aliens will attack all major population centers first, then send out ground troops to kill the survivors. Like us. It definitely sounds like the situation in New York sent him running. The Cloverfield monsters are toxic to humans. In the first film, Marlena is scratched and bitten by one of the tiny Cloverfield monsters that's running around the subway. She later dies a gruesome death from the monster's venom. This fan theory from inverse reasons the tiny monsters are actually toxic to humans' eye. The seeming chemical attack that wiped out thousands in 10 Cloverfield Lane. It's also possible these monsters were more or less hidden underground until the events in the second film.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.